Oh, hello from Kirksville, Missouri. Good afternoon. I'm running a little late because I was getting set up. It always ends up a hurry. Uh, I have sent it out this time to a few places live. After all, this goes through news feed and it's on my wall, available to everyone in the Blue Dot family to go ahead and go to my wall and do it that way. It's just been a big rush today. Uh, I've got mail. I've got mail, and uh, I want to get to that first before you can't be happy and be banging Donnie. So uh, this is from Bonnie Childs. Sent a nice letter and a very generous donation. Thank you, Bonnie. This will keep the lights on. Hello, Velda. Glad you made it. Uh, and this shows the support and love I get from this family. And it keeps my blue light shining. Uh, to get that from Bonnie Childs uh, is making a difference here. We're keeping the lights on, we're keeping the internet going so that I can get out here and just show you, what I have found, and all of you that are out there. You all support me in so many ways. It just doesn't have to just be like the generous donation that Bonnie did. You keep me going. You keep my light shining because this will be the most important election in our lifetime. Uh, we want to keep democracy, and we are the fighters that will be a big part of keeping that democracy because more and more, and now I'll start getting into some of my rage over this. Hello, Linda. Hello, Maria. Hello, Daphne. Glad everybody made it. And hello, Joe. All right, I'll be watching your video after I get off of here. Uh, I'm going to have to go kind of backwards since Dummy was out in Delhi, India, saying all kind of negative things. He also says the coronavirus will go away, even though Wall Street doesn't seem to agree with him after 2 days of a downward trend. So we know that he was just shooting the shit again. And while he was at it, he attacked the forewoman and the judge as being biased again in the Roger Stone case. And I'm going to have to catch up on that story. I got parts of it from CNN Go earlier in the day, but it sounds like the judge is not going to allow him to be retried. We know what that means. Donnie will pardon him. Who knows when, sooner or later, he will be pardoned because all this was done by Democrats. What I don't understand is how they can keep believing that he's not interfering. He's trying to interfere in the Supreme Court, for God's sakes. Ginsburg and Sotomayor should recluse themselves from cases that are related to Trump. Why? No explanation other than I guess he'll say they're biased too. Ah, damn. And he goes out and does this on a world stage. It doesn't matter whether he's in the Oval Office or he's in New Delhi, India. He does this kind of shit in the open, I guess, because if he breaks the law and places himself above the Constitution, The whole world gets to see it. So it's not against the law because under Article 2, he can do anything he wants to. Thanks to Bill Barr. Damn. Uh, and I was thinking about that. Uh, we know that they will not recluse themselves. That's wrong. That I don't know that it's illegal or anything like that. Hello, Mary, and hello, Emma. I'm trying to keep up with both at the same time. But in any case, I don't think, and we know they won't recluse themselves from Donnie related cases, uh, but there's going to become a point that Roberts should see that Donnie is messing again in the judicial system of our country and come up on the side, although he doesn't want to, on the side of liberals of the court, because what Donnie is doing is plain wrong when it came through all courts to the appeals and it comes to the Supreme Court. They have to make a fair decision. They don't change the law just for Donnie. That's not what they're there for. Uh, he also mentioned in his New Delhi speech, uh, he wants to meddle. We already know he wants to meddle in the court system in this country, but doesn't want Russia's help to win. He would not even admit there's a possibility that they want him to win. I recall, I think it was the Christmas of 2016, might have been 2015. Yeah, probably 2015. The Moscow gifts, those jars that are jars within jars, they were all of Trump. There wasn't one of Hillary Clinton. So we know that they were on his side in 2016 campaign. He asked for their help and got it. But see, he can't even admit that they helped him out then, trying to put it on the Ukraine, did it. He also, this time, will not admit that they want to help him get reelected. But they want Bernie Sanders. That's what the Russians are doing. They're pushing Bernie Sanders. Please. I thought it was amazing. They finally found Harvey Weinstein guilty. And on the same day, you notice he left court without his walker. And then on the way to jail, uh, he has supposedly a heart attack or a stroke. So now he's sitting in the hospital. We'll see how that one goes. Like I said, I'm going through this backwards today. Usual news cycle. Nothing but stinky. And Donnie fills the news cycle. And I thought it was kind of ridiculous. Fighting the coronavirus is that, oh, where's his name? I've got it here somewhere. But you know him, he used to be a CNN pundit, and now he works for Donnie. Let's see, I got it right here somewhere. Ken Cucciani was assigned to Homeland Security, the Deputy Director of Homeland Security. And what was he doing yesterday? Has John Hopkins, and this is from his tweet, not word for word, map of the coronavirus stopped working for other people or just me? Giving the URL. Wow, Ken, on top of this duty, Uh, Now his tweet, he was blaming John Hopkins of placing it behind a member ship wall. This is another one of Donnie's appointees. Uh, Mainly, he was appointed because of his stupid views on immigration. And now he couldn't even find the map on the coronavirus. Boy, doesn't that make you feel safe, Republicans? He couldn't even find his way to the map. Then had to turn around and admit that, yeah, a whole lot of damn people had it locked up because so many people were looking at it. Second day of Wall Street and a downward spiral because they don't believe you, Donnie, that it's not going away. And what did you do in 2018? You fired most of the team to fight pandemics. And over the weekend, uh, Judge Amy Berman Jackson was asked to recuse herself from the case because she is biased in that case. She answered with a 6-page ruling. She says no, and that she will not be disqualify herself. So therefore, the ruling stands. Today's closed door session, I've got to research that a little more. I heard that she told them no, they're not getting a retrial over this bullshit about the forewoman was biased. They had every chance they wanted when the trial started to be able to say, no, we don't want this woman on the jury. But they didn't do that. Of course, Donnie hadn't inserted himself in the damn case at that point. Ah, damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it. Oh, and I hope before I get through this, or when I get through with this, we need to talk about unity within the Blue Dot family. We cannot be fighting over candidates or anything else. We're getting out here and putting a voice out, putting out information, and we cannot afford to fight among ourselves. If we're going to be strong, we all have to stand together. And maybe that's all I'll need to say. Let me get on down through here. So now their president harasses and intimidates the jury members and the judge as being bad. Isn't this what a glorious leader of a banana republic does, Republicans? Huh? Can't hear you, because I know that this gets a lot of views. My Facebook gets a lot of views, but not a damn one of you are willing to speak up. You can put comments and I will look at them, but you don't choose to argue with it. So to me, you don't disagree. Let's put it that way. And let's not forget, he's inserting himself in the case for his friend, Roger Stone, because Roger Stone broke the law, but because he's for Donnie and he's saying he wasn't a part of the campaign, he was a part of the campaign. He lied about that. And like I was saying before, he in 2018 gets rid of the task force to fight a pandemic. And just like everything since he's been in, he hollows out the departments. He's now looking for those disloyal to him and saying that they have to be loyal to America. That's not it. It's got to be loyal to Donnie, glorious leader. That's who you're being loyal to, because just look at the patriotic Americans that stood up against him, and that's who he's talking about. Vindman. He's disloyal. Served all those years, carries around a piece of metal from Iraq, a Purple Heart recipient, and he's un-American, huh? I just can't believe, other than saying that Donnie has a cult, because they overlook all this and think he's doing a great job just because he gets out and breaks the law in public. That makes it all right with you Republicans. I, never mind. I don't want to carry it any farther than that. And the last debate before Super Tuesday will be tonight. Very important for many of the candidates, because this will decide for a lot of them probably whether they will continue on after Super Tuesday. I don't want to throw any cold water on anybody about candidates, but we will see whether Biden rises back up or Bernie takes it all. I'm going to do some research, because in South Carolina, I think this is another state you can, for the primaries, you can switch to being a Democrat. And Donnie talked about that. The Republicans voting Democrat for Bernie to up his numbers, because that's who he wants to face in the campaign, where he can call him a socialist and all this kind of shit. I don't get on either side. I'm sorry, but I'm trying to be as fair as I can with my voice. I know that there's a lot of people behind him, but I also know from just talking to others, there's a whole lot of bots out there that are mean as shit, that are doing it in the name of Bernie. Even Bernie supporters are being attacked by these people. And that needs to stop. If it's bots, I don't know how we'll stop it. And let's not forget, just these signs on Wall Street with the downward spiral about the coronavirus. It was said that it will have global economic effects, and it is. Wall Street is scared to death that something's happening. Donnie says it'll go away. Well, where does he get his information? And why does he want $1 billion to fight it all of a sudden? A month ago, he could have done that. Now he calls for it, and yet goes out and undermines himself and says that it will go away. Which is it, Donnie? You can't make your damn mind up? Damn. Okay, looks like I about got everything today. Of course, I was lucky enough, and I'll explain, because we get over the air CBS, my New York affiliate of CBS was taken away from us, even though at 1.5 miles from the station, KTVO, I cannot pick up CBS. It just doesn't happen for me. I'm going to take my antenna down again and try to reprogram my TV set, but I'm not going to do it now. I have to get those suction cups off, clean the window, or try another location in the room. My neighbor is actually, you know, 50 or 100 feet further on the side of the house, doesn't even face uh, anywhere close to where the station is from us, and she can get all KTVO's channels. Has the same kind of antenna, clear TV. Uh, and since I got through with all that, I am particularly feeling good to have uh, the support from Blue Dot members like Bonnie Childs, uh, and a good friend of mine, Dave Kurtner, has set me up a meme where I've saved it, and I'll be able to put that out there. That is my P.O. box. There is no danger to me or to anyone that I have that P.O. box. It was suggested by John Brivido. So I just wanted to make that clear to people too. And that will be out there. It is not a requirement that you do anything other than support me in so many ways that you already do. But it does help that I do receive a few donations from now and then. That keeps the lights on, keeps me going, and helps me keep my internet going and the things that are necessary for me to get out here and do my rant. Basically, I do it for free, but the help doesn't hurt at all to have some help too. I feel the love of this family. I know I'm wanted in this family, and that's the reason I promise you I will continue on. And it is not a requirement that you give me a donation, but I do appreciate your cards, letters, and donations. And I have another meme I put out. If you prefer PayPal, you can paypal.me slash Randall Curvin, and you can help out in that way too. So I will let you go at this time. Let me see how much time I took today. That's not bad. And I thank you for your time. You do give me your time. And that's the most precious thing that I can receive from you is that time and your support for what we are doing with this Blue Dot family. We can get through this. Uh, I had never seen darker times, but I think this is just a dark spot in our history. We can get through this. And when we do, we'll be dancing in the streets. All right, I'll let you go from now. For now, I'll see you on my Facebook page show tomorrow. Uh, have a good one. Watch the debates. This is going to be a very important debate to see who. It's the dwindling down of the candidates to see who's going to be on top and who will continue after Super Tuesday, a very important primary. All right, have a good one. Peace. Resist, persist, and I insist, keep bugging Congress. Uh, if necessary, we start sending letters to the Supreme Court. Donnie can't have his hands everywhere. He is not all powerful. He is not above the Constitution. And we'll keep bugging him or hitting the streets or sending two for blue to the candidates that need support for when we send Mitch McConnell and people like Rand Paul and others all over this country that label themselves as Republicans when they're really Trumpians. They are the Trump party. they had to go home. That's no way around it. Have a good one. Watch the debate, stay informed, and keep me informed. Thank you for your time. I'm on Liker and MeWe and anywhere else I can get my blue light to shine, I will shine it. Thank you for coming. Share this shit, America. I love you and I love this Blue Dot family. Later, y'all.